ayede ene you be awoda mama kana nana dwumo Capital View Hotel Koforodua nana dwumo brobe ene wawoda once again nana happy birthday pa nana dwumo see you Capital View Hotel Koforodua me call mama ni ji Koforodua rough ti nana mesan ba aha me ban so as usual ti once again happy birthday nana dwumo Capital View Hotel Koforodua and I know so Mr. Alfred Mauku we are Juma our Carrier Circuit Court and ne wawda Mavis Fiano ayo do for some country say amao happy birthday and Nancy Dankwa our WhatsApp ma A Basic School P6 and ne wawda o papa Kofi Andro Dankwa and afi Nana Abuaje unyina say wamama happy birthday na ba ku bi ona kam ni twemu a na fe yedi nkomo na ebedi nkomo papa nkomo ebedi enu so nkomo ehuhia yi pa enti ya no ayo so na watie na wahwe nso bibi kan fa ho a na odo adwen kira fa social media na nyina ato adwene a na fe eno an kakrakra na kwa na ye kɔ no enne eye sintia esi eduwa awoso utum enne eye wawoda efi wadamfo Eugene Owusu eho ti na eno no pay ye bedi nkomo ne cathedral ye beka ho asam kakra cathedral ho sam akwakokusisan National Cathedral KSM ade aba ka bibi kakra o say he's impressed say National Cathedral no ene be je oman Ghana eno na be tumi age oman Ghana de a na ye impressed pa na so ye bisa say eno na betumi age ya mpampa ebinu sa yen priority sabre hu hia sabre ebinu so sa hu hia sabre sika ekomu kwa ho kontabuo ebinu se sika no ebia fa ha na architect ni kokuru se ne de ma no na sika dodo edi awura mu no enye so adwuma na ye hu no ene nsem bebre kame ase no kra no ye trustees ene no de statement we amba ye ka ho asema sa trustees no ede statement ba bonte be kan say sika dodo ekomuni ene ho samsam ti adwene na be bebre na so nyankopon no oye no kra nyankopon oye straightforward nyankopon onyankopon ne bibia mu da wo say fine ne nyankopon ye akontabufo nyankopon enti say ye see ye be see ne dan de amanoa na sa controversy si ko so omu a na eno no ye kwa na say by ebi no kura perception awo ka ti dan wo kire say ye ba be si ne de promote bibi to ho ye be ye sense so dan bi e so fo bi e no Ghana apa so ko gina say something and something ko gina say mo be ware na wa kira so dan bi mu aso makora be bo ho nya kwankra na wakoho ti ka ti da de na ye obi ade a nti ba betumi akoho na wakokɔ ye de opeso ye ebinum so asem omo ka no no kre ye be hwe na ya disasem no ho enkomo na fi ya hwe se respect ubu a ura bagwin on no speak of parliament ya kire se ministers bi de mamu no omo ya se emrahye bedwafo ana se emrahye bedwafie no omo ya ebi ni finance minister esi covid sika bebu ho akonta be pim no tumi ko bu akonta no ye kan no de ato ha sika no we bibie ni wabrabe kan ye nkwa ba bie eno so wansam ba bi na ka say not until so bebu covid ho akonta de ni sik ni tutue bia na se bi odbaba parliament no enya de a na se bujafo be so sana transport minister so eto nsa friend so wamna na ono so beyin sama do bia no ono so last minute ono so wama chief director na de letter call say wo hwe kwan say date fufuro say ono date ope no na omofra no mka speaker ka say no way enya wo minister no be kire parliament da wo beba abeyin sama do no parliament e wo tumi say ye beto safra say brochina chi abribia be furu bia no eso tumi ko e de na ye wo wonti a minister si tumi ko parliament enko yin sama hodo bia no e yo bo no mu nnan ba parliament no ana so say akontabo ne nsisi ani ye enu so tumi ko no ana so omo ho enu ehu sam bebre ye behwe na eno so yatumi aka na yatumi aye na yahwe say wiesa man say nyina se kasamo a eno so anwen ne se no eno so mampani se ye nyina ye nkambo wiesa man say nyina nkambo na ye nhwe na crisis ye nyina ewo mu yentumi enfiri mu Ukraine fo ka ho Russia ntokwa no so e ka ho bi ni abranti a ode ewura bi foni akoto social media ya jail no 14 years so ochina na odi esu nyansa na no pay Ashanti Regional Communication Officer de ma NDC Abbas Nuruddin awofie ha Abbas akwaba bibia boko
ade ache ye de ebe ka se obo ade de ache yen ba botoma nkasa de enye
wo ho
kra
wo botomu nya wo ho
na me nkwa obi a ne petrol ese akakra na aduru 60 cedis diesel kra de atwa mu 60 cedis per gallon wonim se petrol so ne diesel ye tumu a eka aduane bo eka nsuo bo eka lorry shenti ade bo ekese eka bibia
na se kra ne cars ne bo afu ese cars ne numfu a che first no so togu mana abon
ndi na ejakwabna ese kuma se boba ye 3 a na wonam labor Ecotech junction ana se sofola ye ko abu akwa ana so am runabout Ecotafo ana se so am runabout wa Eko makura obehu se nipa bebre na mfom
ade
aya omo ye exercise ka sika ni ho nipa no ba krom beton ade no ya ntobi they say ka sika bo nso na aye dey akosroi ntu behu ana nipa no de akwa ne ho ene sa anajo 10 kura na obekwa koduro fia na wakoduro amamu bone de enya de papa nti Nsroma mpanyina Kufuado ane Dr. Baumia the economic wizard as say yentene nka Dr. Baumia opposition na o ma ye hunu so no na ye Ghana sikasemu nyina nyansabo akwa ade bia na organize lectures no ni ade na yentene nka o yentene nka
ejami so ya sha ase
ala mena me di chia mena me graduate ntino se me
Kofi me ntwaso ntime twaso de amana
Kofi na kasi twaso no ntwaso me danse Kofi etisen Kofi am yawo ka wo mu a ekasa edema NPP amanyuko no Kofi am yawo head of information Ghana permanent mission in the UN wo ha okasa de ma NPP amanyuko no nso Kofi Nuruddin say butum aye dry hwe ni butum wo bre enam si nyina na ose an so
eja machi
ya eja
machi also mami chia mi apeni start I think ayo Abbas sisan enche na Yesu aba openi de wo mi
Yesu wo hu okay
eja de wo mi ye MPP aban ye jitum prekope achinye ni hu se omanu ma ye de me kan de bia se ye photo samfo ye onunyamfo oforiata ken call parliament edi yakoma no ebetu dwa no paragraph 20 ojitum prekope se ade emma ye ma mpani oda onda eni se Ghana fo kwa ho kire mu anche bia na ye ma mpani abedi akire His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia call kaswa ne MPP mabunu edi nkomo no odi tu dwa jitum prekope se enoma bo ekosoro amanfo ho kire wo mo anche na ye ma mpani ankasa State of the Nation's address ono so di tu dwa se ampa enoma mu edi ne senti finance minister edin hihye bi baya na ebo ase ahokyira Ghana fo wo mu no ye betimi aso ase kaka including the Obatam Pakia emuni nya be 750 million de man mekuo nkuma opani no cry wo asem we mu
bi so intro nko ano no
ana so bisa question we bisa question ka asem no cry wo mu ni say no cry wo asem we ni say in fact in your introductory remarks answer na be banabo o can be say the global pandemic yare ko de wu a abe sinsa mansan onim say enei the COVID cases no cost wa amanfo mienu kra nipa mienu sorry ashro mo kwani ade so we are in this not because say bia yenyoma bi ne yan hyeda anye ni ye nemu no because Ghana enya island
nti would you want to say or your man baby esikasem aduro no eye COVID ene ma isikasem eseye
bronika exacerbate say ema no bese kra
na say
no
o se ebese kra na ese na bese ne kra na say ne jene na so pa na bese ne kra
again in paragraph 4 of the budget statement the government admitted that the COVID came to expose certain weaknesses in our economic system.
Meaning that is not that good.
And more, let's look at it from this perspective. There's no country in this world that the COVID near ban means soon or expecting say beba obenya no nanu sibre and obenya no year for COVID. COVID was novel, it was catastrophic, and it was global in nature. And even till now, we are seeing a man be and can odin say come jomu na sokran. Still they are struggling. The point really is that it didn't matter how strong your economy was. Still now, I said you're not COVID, you would have been affected.
Okay.
And that's the experience that we are going through. But I jam debate we any it require a being here a manukuo any nipebia or meeting at teaching man to say MPP a manukuo to be able to rescue us from this global pandemic and its cascading effect. Definitely not our friends from the NDC. Definitely not.
Nana, Nana, ya can was a winning dean that the manfanka, my friend in Anka on number, Kuntramin can a preco. Wahoo, once a Prince Anfanka. Tenya mion, but me the back Nana ya jantua a champion.
Nana ya champion jantua.
A champion, okay. Nana ya a champion jantua. Okay. Nana ya champion jantua. A general secretary, Edema CPP, former public relation director, director Edema Public Utility Regulation Commission, Mr. PURC. Now one on the casa. Brother, when near PRC near Tom and Kappa. We threw up a phone.
You don't know director.
We threw up a phone and should be a bill. Nana, what the casa in every walk.
Nana do buy no be pamono.
Are you serious?
Or pamono.
So man penny ku for na de ne buy, o man penny ku for de ne buy NDC buy e ma net na ho. Nana do nko buy de o so one vision na align into wa pamono.
And the Nana do as a person.
Na buy.
Ono de no person metena ho.
Nana do no ye man penny ne person na wa. Nana do ya mampenye no pesa wotina wa to me be na so chain
yeah putting in there you won't.
Of course.
Nana ya won say Nana do ya penye bi otoboa na ode ne nsasie na chi obeka say me de nka me pesa wotina ho ba papa na so wontimi ne onya adwuma won so na ye president enti Nana do ka tre PURC director ne so mountain wa
obeka ye yi no enti ono e de no
ono so mu yi no
Nana ya won say asem no on pesa ye beka but the wo mu anama kan
ayo bra me nim say no do ti ni ja ho no wo ogina nche na se so chen ono ote ho Nana ya bibia boko the radiation no pay
anopay dear first thing me the happy birthday be my cousin Nana Fakuma Prempe ni ma me ne Auntie Gloria Mrs. Prempe nyina ife apage fi
Auntie Mrs. Prempe
yes Mrs. Prempe ne ba Nana Fakuma awe ya abakan
okay
yes okay nyina ife apage fi bi anim se me de me ofaje kufo me family agro
ka budin pa o
Mrs. Gloria Prempe me ma me kese pa ba ko nti happy birthday be ma me nuen me ni nyina na ye boko ye ba ye buhwim nti no sisi ni Nyankopon e de waye aka ne ye ho beautiful Nana ene me ma wo happy birthday na ni birthday no ye Sunday enya de e benya mre awish no but ene me wish no happy birthday.
Okay.
Number 2 asema ayi minua no reading kana enieme mo adin Kofi si president nim se niemo mo adin onim se ye ho kire ye onim se ye ho kire no akuku 368 million Ghana cedis e de akwa akomo obi so on fan draw cathedral no onye consulting enye sika ketwa 368 million Ghana cedis say ye ka ajayi
dollars
ye ka ajayi sika ni mienu boma 45 million dollars wo de ba enne sika mu a 368 million
a drawing ko ye no
drawing ne consulting any supervision ni adwuma obeye ne ye tua na upfront me who I am fast so crampo more for me enfanto nche.
Oh come on, you go to the area the place
e dey na ekoso wo
oh
me pacho ade
because you fast so more that's not accurate
we dem ate e be so abofam ye dey ade so abofam na na ya to aso
enti me nua cathedral ho asem beba but obiara oti krom ha say the person should know say near din. So it is sometimes very sad they said the MPP joining one breaking the 8. Bibi on can be on the breaking the 8 by the Fed. Instead the talk about you on no my year Jumana Ghana for what me de me kasa Ghana for mmra so say omu jai obia no beto abama CPP the CPP timi se sane because eno na you say nsem bia metete ye no kra na mintimi na how can it happen in a country like this na ekom di nipa uto ye friend saying in toes eno meto in toes 20 cedis na meraho nipa say dey betimi ato tomatoes 20 cedis besides certain tomatoes ni adi kra ye dey augmenting toes we ye dey kan ho man doors you can't be sure what you are putting in your food in as much as possible so we avoid it in those 20 cedis me year for ye ni wie ye no and so the whole household into a jack brand which way are we go to petrol the end is so painful because we did not sell ni shame obu ya na asa na o te keke it means I am a jack brand near me akoso no I mean it's as if said things gone apart near my apart bibia jegu things fall apart in fin to me hold it uko chroma felt the bia ye fin as if said there's no supervision in to ye flat in to e fin yi ba uko hospital a honya papa mpakra hwa wunya bi na so ni ye kuku 368 million Ghana cedis etua as fees ya sound so nipe. So what are we talking about?
Okay, you better say something.
You better say something.
You better super.
I am very.
And you fancy say crap prekwen. Say kati de unsem se me. Say $45 million.
Just fees oh.
Fees.
Fees.
Kofi. Asamon wan. Ana aye kesrene kakra. Obi e kan. Ana scan ye say. Ana ye say $45 million ana ye tuama Ajaye a ɛde important ɛna ɔyɛ nti a yɛde sɛ scan man no yɛsɛ architectural design no ɛna consulting supervision
to the end of
the project.
Yes.
Sɛ sika no yɛtua ama no ana yɛntua.
Medasi bio cathedral ho nsensem di kan.
Remember about 7 minutes.
No problem. Me GDA mapa se ni nti a pese si cathedral no ye man pani eye March 6 2017 or the tudwa ni nti a dana koma so ye si cathedral o GDA se Ghana no ye Kristo som no kwa nim ye dodo no aso ye Kristofo nti se ye nya bia emre bi ebetimi ana ebetimi esi bibi esi wo se Ebenezer baby odi oman no abedru ni yedawase esan se wo hwe Ghana ya bakosem a nyame oni yedi ni yepa kopem se mre bi etwemu ko soja aban ni yedi yeso na ye kan yesi ye nkoda mre bi witimi pia bonten ye ntene nka bio amanfo ehwe omadehye basi ni omuhu baby omufiri but for the last I think almost 30 years or over 30 years no nyame ni yedi ni ye me kan wa mbrase mu se ohwe amama ya omotwa omo ho ahia ene amane ya eto omo nyame edi ye ho afofie yi afrim empo covid ba yi ewo mu se abibi mind de che kakra asa ohwe anamontu a ma mpani tu ye ene mpaebo a megidi ye mapase Ghana fo Kristofo bo ye ntino omo ahwe omo kwan nyame fo mo krensi but ene edi ni kakra nti se ye ma mpani se we nyina no ye hwe a na yesi bibi ede nyankopon ase a ebeboa ebio se wo hwe so a osaka se oni nyankopon ekwa pam na de nakoma so se obesi so ye omanpani obehwe se oman besi bibi sei ahye nyankopon anu
oman besi anaso ono
besi na nado danko akufo ado his excellency ontimi si cathedral he can never build a cathedral nti na oman no ensi. Now, just so you know, every policy and every program of the government emanates from an individual. He will be a candidate, then a president. And to say a man penny and another danko ekufado pesi esi cathedral. And to say wakasi or peso ye free SHS. And to say wakasi or peso ye one district, one factory. And to say wakasi or peso ozi or Ghana kwen yina ye papa. Now or ye agenda 111 MEC a ye hospital or district there. Sanete yese na nado danko akufado mampani aka se enam covid nti Ghana ni bia ni say ebia wonsuo ka na o kan ya ka no so otua. It's a personal decision by the president before it becomes a policy. So if His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo intends say omano efatasi ebenya cathedral ashina akupo enyama, yes, an individual pledge there, but eventually it becomes an asset of the country. Now, and then come na aban. Come it bothers on transparency and whether as a country at this point in the cathedral, in spite of our many challenges, and indeed we also admit that there are challenges. That notwithstanding, the question will be that, and in Komona Koye say, cathedral in cathedral, sebi ebesi wa ne se ebesi wa ne sa, enya denya will become a center of tourist attraction. Ebema some source of revenue. In fact, there have been some infrastructure now monuments, and now CCCC ejapade o memwa o man kra ne bon hoka. Yen hye den nyamfa so bia. What I say? And also you discuss na akohyem asi. Na mingin di say o man no yaye ejapade kese a at that time no man ye ho atoye totro. And now I say bi o man no na ye ho toye ene ye de yesika koye sadien. In fact, and indeed, even free SHS, there are people who still think that free SHS nisem kiye. Listen say Argentina o man no be bon hoka na wa hwe obia ma akontra so school abofra bia ma na akontra so school. To the extent that even our brothers from the other side, a year adverts, 8 years say free SHS nya the papa. And many other programs.
Some year adverts the TS nya at the papa na say the wholesale implementation and no say the oman no your constitution say say a year progressively free. Okay. And once on a normal car.
Initially they said say free SHS was 419 and that we cannot implement it. Say and if you are doing this implement here Leocran you beat me in 20 years. It was when year call your no and almost says almost a sound.
Oh no, Leocran kind in his capacity as and I said or come a buying and in fact,
the president John Dramani Mahama not too long ago 2018 at University of Cape Coast NDC's policy on education Osis or mine at that time we are spending 2 billion on free SHS Osis or mine was 2 billion Ghana cedis and he said they cost free SHS we should use it into the economy. That's what he said.
Or can say you use 2 billion
I say and me find free SHS because he doesn't believe in free SHS. Then coming into 2020,
he doesn't believe in free SHS.
Yes.
Or can
I have mentioned where he said that. I will Cape Coast University.
Right from Benso.
Time I this year their policy on education.
And that Mahama
say
John he doesn't believe in
on my
free
Ghana was
SHS.
2 billion Ghana cedis. On June this year they call free SHS. That's what he said. Until 2020, Obasi said and say, oh, I will review it and make it better. In fact, make I'm doing free SHS by me progressive. Progressive in business say Obonwoka one city crap. But that's not the conversation for today. I am saying that at no point in time, or mine, in fact, a year Jubilee.
7 minutes now.
Oh,
Jubilee,
only say Jubilee House. At the time, I need to Jubilee House. The NDC for catching and say, "Omo the Jubilee House be Kukubu." Omo see the Jubilee House be Kukubu. Omo Mpeni Kufuor see Jubilee House. Omo Mpeni Kufuor ain't na Jubilee House mudaw. And you know, Omampeni John Evans and Tamils buying. Want nemo. Do you know the government or satisfied or use Jubilee House? Even though they said some debate in Kukubu, it was the NDC. It was John Dramani Mahama.
Some debate in Kukubu.
Me bet na han can say my NDC.
Omo come the kan yes some debate in Kukubu. Dank.
Omo communicator. In fact, your friend is saying that time na Abrantewe, Honorable Mahama Ayariga. He is even quoted as saying, say. Even at the time, John Evans at Amos or Mampeni Bay or Mampeni. Or sister, they are now using it because they think they are honor.
It's back to capture the tourism at the attraction. Make a copy of Momano. The argument potting a becoso or Honmoa. Ebemo be before I play Fiaman on Yaba. so oba be hwe Ghana cathedral de na ye de be wure mu abema cathedral na ye soronko e chama no nyina de amaya
enye soronko nchama no ni
okay enye soronko kra be soronko ma obi aba abibiman mu
abibiman ye ni bi e Bible museum wo ye Kristoni a wo betimi aba ha abe hwe se ebia said ye Christo sum no baby a shas ye ba ye
Ghana ye Christo sum
not just Ghana Christo sum if you say for anywhere globally you be say obi betimi akoba bi let me give you an example me kan wan obrasem ni ani di baby a your office wo New York okay between Madison and Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue is one of the richest streets in the world. Now you free baby Rockefeller, so what's Rockefeller da in the building no opposite no there's a Catholic cathedral. Go and ask the New York City or more office how much they generate from just people coming to witness that St. Teresa's cathedral near Fifth Avenue.
And then the woman
people want to identify themselves with the fact that this is a building that Mekoha I can go to a library and find a research or a literature that tells me say adia mijidi you know. When it's here. And even sometimes, even the magnificent beauty of the building, no crown, will attract people towards it and it will generate very.
Me one interest was Bible Museum no ho. Now we can say Bible Museum no yakwa bebo am yahwe be Christo sum e free ye e de e buy. Na be say is it centered on Ghana ye Christo sum and na ye ka wasam. And say we asia mansa nyina Christo sum and I can want some again a war bribi srunku bia ye nimo nyameso mu a anase Kristo sumu a we asia man ahodro no eni bia ye de ne be ye srunku a chen their Bible na kasaka de ato ho no
cathedral Ghana is the only country where cathedral there are cathedrals across the globe Ghana wants to be part of it. It's not just about Bible Museum, it's about the fact that now we can have a place say bia yenya empanifo bi ema ebia yeye apono tuo bi yeye nhyiemu a eye of national interest a yebitimi enya bia ba ko bi akọ amana ekam opani the maker akopem ne say this cathedral is not for an individual, it's for the country. It's an asset of the nation. We've had a lot of monuments and our museums and our infrastructure yes ya more mine empo ani na no me call Accra Sports Stadium. No, me call Tamale. What all these things? At the time we were building these things, say no, be a young Gasigana.
Yeah, share now. Nana de 15 minutes. Concern on the one by me.
Wakasa pants one cash.
Me pamucho. Wakashi. Wakasa into Gusuka. Na ayi na wo ka bibi say ya hwe kachi de hu samsam baaye no ya se sika yetuama obi a ono no ye architect sika about $45,000 $45 million yes kaketwa
46
21
I will give you the it's not true.
Okay
what I know is 32.
Okay what the grant
$32 million praise kaketwa
$32 million. Yeah, funny say $32 million. Any year, they are money panel. And now you can say, enquada wo senior high schools. How do you free senior high school? I bet you me a man quadring in any dear more man. Sorry, no. Infrastructure wise, no. Near man at to see. As is, I can say form 2 4 fee, and a form 3 form 1 for no 1 for 1 form comes to be a fee, and a form 2 for the because Saturday and in your school fee. It's no school feeding say woman money. Nkwada wo secondary school mu nua ne omedi kura no niam ba ko bi no miensa bi say ye ka say syllabus schools ahodo no kura no textbooks kura no omo sentumi enkan ye basic niam kitinkiti bi say sentumi ka na kofu bi num say ye tu omo ka niam kitinkiti bi say sentumi ka na amafo tumi ha no ye tumi nyae enti se yetu ye say ne be nyina den ti ne edi sika no kokko wura ba bi a num say sika ba bi a de koi even though de bi bebren a enye nne na de beba e bia chiri bi e wa chiri bi na bia de bebreye aden na yen concentrate ye hwe sikasem a eye priority
de edi kan abanwe beye bosumi bebre na adwuma fo nkwa adwuma esotu omuka ni mama bi o man kwa adwuma ye pamo ye kan aban a waye akwan yi eyi akwan a in the Fourth Republic na na do dan kwa kufa do aban yes no bibia me no can say every secondary school in this country you are providing one facility or the other to expand it. Me know ka say yenyan ye blocks bear 25. You bear more than what they did. Me know ka say STEM area schools are cost wa YCC across board. Infrastructure in terms of agenda 111. Empo de omusha say omo wie ya beto aso wie.
Agenda 111 my adruhi. Dokoro say na my.
Maybe I will give it to make a copy myself. Yes, it's true. School feeding now we can say this week you have more than 150 million to clear the debt so that they will ensure.
Clearing in another part.
I am saying that there will not be a point in the history of this country or in the life of this country you need any particular need that was here satisfied. But we still need to go on as a people and do other things. What I say.
Plan and you
at the end, hold on. At the end of the day, don't let us go there. At the time, Nsroma was doing a lot of things. Not gonna don't. And now I saw about me, but I'll get to you later.
You get.
But the truth of the matter is that I am saying that we can work and chew gum at the same time. We are a government. Say Ghana for Nsroma. You born momwa. You pay your momwa. We are saying, say yes, we can continue to be. Almost they talk about $32 million, $32 million. I would expect say woman Akunya so bekasa. Tell me, say he doesn't deserve that, and why he doesn't deserve that. Then why do you talk about the fact that Adekye so do?
Debbie, the say no opinion.
I am saying
so no opinion says kind of so the man so. Nti say bia wo contrary opinion na. Na wa cheche the entia. The entia odipa no osafata say the say sika no man no. No to me.
This is a man of international repute. And yet the Adekye but yeah, Jumani Numa wo to the extent that even English, Mami Yabonabaso, for his work done, Oko US, Washington DC, the African Black Museum that was built. He was part of it. His work is out there for everybody to see, unless you don't want to see.
I don't think
almost even take it time. Let me conclude.
The women host too until then.
The point is that 1, 2, 3 of us, we are not special human beings. You are doing binting yet na ha ye be din komo. Enti ye betena ha ne ye Ghana for din komo. E me yen komo no entini nko ese bi obi oti kwankwan ase onam kwan so din komo. We should speak with facts. Yen betena ha afidika se so ni yen ka se osika na ye de ma no na so dodo Ghana for ho chiro mo. Does he deserve it? Adwuma na obeye no commensurate with the amount of money ye de ma no. That be incommensurate. We could have done A, B, or C. Obetimi the amount assume say no bentia. Obetimi aye the same quality of work with this less amount of money. If you don't provide this evidence, then there's no business putting out this. For what? So that it will create disaffection for government. So that your party.
One this kind of money panel. So did so the panel bet me adwuma we BCD. Me pacho. Maybe some questions be. Meba. Sir okwankwan say okwa mama fodi nkomo ho. Enya semi obeka ho nyina na enya papa. Yes. Enya semi obeka ho bia. Enya semi obeka nkwankwan ni asana sabi.
Na obeka for mo ketu mo nyina mo ya.
Wo na wo disika na mo nipa so nipa ni $32 million in fa enya architecture blah 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 blah. O de ntia me dis scan man ne say we A B C D E or qualify the qualify no the design no ye no ebi ni obi antumi nya bi e wo Ghana ha ebia we anase we na fe wo kan nyina boma na fe nchechemu na tumi abaye enti won de almost so say esonodo ene adwuma na ye say ba na mana na adwuma no krampo no ye se onya enso scan ye tua ne ka adwuma na ye nya wi enso scan ye tua ne ka enti denti na say kokoba ne sa dwene no ho ma me
no I have to clear first of all Minyaba and Nayani Abbas, they know that I will not disrespect them.
Okay.
They know.
Okay.
And your listeners know that I will not disrespect them.
Okay. Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that Yentimi Betnaha, Niam Boy Srim can be Biani and Sorenko, just because we want to create disaffection for the government of the day. And I will expect them to tell us, say, of course, if they really care to know, there was a statement Sunday by the secretariat from the cathedral. And stating and listing Nejuma or say of Fatano. Have you cared to read about it? Have you cared to read about it?
Okay, but I say, and Abbas. Mama come you come on yedi. You want America cry just over 1 hour. It was 1 hour between them. What's your name some more kana? And some more can say cano sodo. Mutimi and Fanina Subia might say 1 cent for taxes can get the man. enti die nti na mo so mo wa akyi na mo no say sika no so say wo mo na ene na adele one on one nim dia obetumi ade aboa die nti na mo so say sika no so dodo
yo na meda wase amenchi atiefo bio amenchia adofo ehwe yen from Ashanti region na wo hu wo hwe wiase abakwasemu a anipa bonifo nyina no so mo pese o mo di o mai bone ana so mo pese o mo di nipa adwene so a esun na o mo yusu. Go and read about the history of the world. Adolf Hitler no oku nipa nyina no no at some point no use religious basis. Terrorists o mo kunkum nipa nyina drumre bi a o mo de osom na ye dey eye. O mampanyina Kufuado ahunu saade no. Na ne o pese o use osom Ghana for Nanado is using our religious beliefs to hold us ransom. Because utie nsensem bia Nanado akeka bra no opposition me metie yi metimi agina so aka se Nanado ye obi a sebie son sebie nya do a Christopher nyame no onyini ntum se ye tontom no yeye edi enti na meka saa emire bia Prof Mills wo ho no anopa bia no na ofrefra asofo na na wo kai eyi Jacob na se wo kai na ofrefra asofo no omo kọ castle ekoye day morning devotion omo bompa ye intercede for man no Nanado babonti betwa mampanyina Mills adapa say onyan tontom no osori a wotontom nyame no na aba no ayetoma ano no enye sumunti ne yetoma ano Jacob na asem American meboa Jacob na meboa ka enti Nanado in opposition no onyi ntom say Christopher nyame no yetontom no eye dey eyeye enti ade sa dabe ya enkwanta yira yen ne Nanado a wo se yetontom nyankopon wa enye yiye yetontom Christopher tontom omunyame a enye yiye no wo se wo besi hia dan ama sa Christopher nyame no enti mi a mete ha idie me hwe nsensem a eba ho no a minim nyame kro mampanyina Kufuado so wo si hia dan ama no because ono o meka nkire yen oso ono na ne nyame bia kwa apam so obesi hia dan ama no say ye Christopher nyame a ye frɛ no Jehovah Nisi ana say Jehovah Elohim El Shaddai yenim say ye nkramofo nyame a ye frɛ no Quran mo say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yenim say ye kankan nyame say ye tegare bosomfo say ye kwaku bonsam me ne wo yenim ana Nanado nso meka nkire yen
na Bible museum na ewu no Bible no ye kan Bible a ifo de shan Bible
ye Bible asam because
Christopher de shan Bible
na edi enti na Nanado unim say ye Bible museum ye na mre bi o mampanyini bi use sa Bible na ade abompa ye na wo se yenye na tese o ye mampanyini a sabi wasem no ye de ho to so enye de yenye but even let's assume say ye Christopher nyame e no mampanyini Akufuado se o si hia dan ye de aye de e de ama no meme de mi hu ne se e ya kwanya o mampanyini Akufuado we use e de abo man ni nyansa kro no na wo hwe niema abeba e de di pefe
anene de wahi
because o mampanyini Akufuado ye na adwene se obesi cathedral no e na okofa asofo mpanyimfo bi o mu wa nimonyam o mu hu ni asem e de o mu ya ade bi e fre o mu board of trustees na ye ka board of trustees aye ne de o mu ni mpanyimfo o mu begina ho na ade bia efa asore dan ni sie hu no o mu atu hu anamon enye sa na tie nana
etie kasa
enti the assumption ne say o mu no ade bia efa edan ni hu tie nipa ye beyi no eye materials a ye beto enom ni ade no mo na eye de ebehwe saa na o mampanyina Kufuado soma mpanyimfo ya sofo mpanyimfo yi soro no wayi o mase atwede na o de apesika agu ni botom because one eye nipa ye kana asem a ye friend David Adjayi a mampanyina Kufuado de ade amane ewiase nyina wo ye obi a wagye atomu say tunumu ye mane mra so na natie ni ye o obi a wo no wagye atomu say sabi so sabi nyaado me be kan akire wo kọ Ghana web sesie ya eda ho eye story no omo report no 4th March 2022 architect of National Cathedral said David Adjayi openly declared gay ties na natie ni e o say architect of the National Cathedral of Ghana which is planned interdenominational Christian cathedral built in Ghana said David Adjayi has declared support for LGBT. Yenim kura me ye kremoni ba me kan Bible minim say emre bi dru na David pese o si Nyankopon asori dan. Nyankopon ka kire ne say waye ye niema bi ama sabi wo ho nte enti wo de so me hia dan mu a enye ye na na ganto meboa nana manka ne ye enti esi dai e na obi ono wagye atum se ye giturumu ntum no
ade anche enti no betumi
sabi so se sa ya asante kasa sa na ye ka no na ye wo kwade e to ka ne
se fra no toma kakra
okay ntimi ka ne sai men ka ne sai chira me dia men ka ne
be ma beda se no se ye
obi ono wiase nyina wagye atum se be ma na oba na be ma ne aboa na no ono na ado de nyankopon dan akɔhye ne sa se wonsi tie ne ye na ade a ehu wo mu ne se ade no ya miemu se wa wo betumi aye bia no bra nefa de wo betumi aye ba ne anhwe na ado no na tena ase se wo ma hwa hunu se sabi ofua se oba na be ma na nti wo ginesi na me ka kire wo se ade no ye bia mu se obi meya ki ebenya architect a onim adwuma chen ge ni we ya obeba be ya che ye free na me boa nana dantoa
dabi na oka wasa ono abisa de onya odai
na de me say and now me ne wo ka say papa na dwuma be no ya ye de say sika onhwe ne ensi dan ne keke no ye manu sika old Ghana cedis no be 320 billion na no na me ka kire o say si e bia mu say o Christopher architect nyina mehia nko mu nyina be ba be hia aya ade na che ye free sika yetu ama papa ne nso no unim say board of trustees na omo ya asofo mpanyimfo no munim ubi na nado no ale frɛ ne kɔhye kokoom na ɔde ma no endi sɛ sika ne nyina na yɛde ma no si ewie ya TB nyame nko anenim na wo follow argument no ebia na nado ade no wo hye ase no wo se ya wo personal pledge endi ɔman sika bia nkom ye bi ye na afɛ de ye hunu sɛ wa for ɔman sika de ye de ewuram ye ni problem se ye de ɔman sika ebekɔ akosi asɔre dan because Ghana for dodo na ya asofo ba ye wo kwan a ye fa so eyi Ghana sika edikoye bibi eja kwa na onim say Ghana ye sika nyina na egufutuo mienum ye frɛ ba ko consolidated fund and ye frɛ ba ko contingency fund se wo koyi sika afri saa futuo ni mu a e wo sɛ wo kɔ parliament na parliament ma approval no wi a afei ni ye de dwumadie no asika ni kodi ni ye de ahya parliamentary select committee ba konsa sa oman sika ni ye de ya ade we ntibire bia no mama mani nya dai ensan mu sane ye be ya sika no oma begye no ampane ampa omode bekọ akoye de esese omode ye ebiew ye de oman sika koye ade a auditor general ye wi a wo so audit hunu se sika ye be yifri oman futuo mu no dwumadie bia wo se edie no edi na de ebusa ne se enne sika yakoyi free oman sika mu no ye ko parliament ko je approval na da bi ye de dwumadie ni share parliamentary select committee bi o mu betimi akohwe se dwumadie ni koso na da bi auditor general betimi audit oman sika ye de sika cathedral na da bi edi say sika no ye yusu say ye si asore dan ye de wi sika gu ye botom oman ye be de ne ehunu and that is what is happening. And no ni ade na eye dey esisesi a
na se eye ne so on mampeni na share bose e bi ono a ne bo hye mu no obe bibisa na ntumi fa na hoden enye so man ni nyina abo anom rutumi ye enti se okoko isika bi obebi kase o man sika nie me de boa ama ye de ye ho adwuma
eno na me kase ye nyina ye ni problem se o mampeni na kufu adodo o man sika be boa Kristo som but ye se de to no wan fan to ye dey e free to oman sika na ho na wokofa wafa ne nsansa sa akwa aban adwuma bi akora ye bia no ye the code gift make platform so unim gift mix ni amani code national cathedral na wokọ gift make platform ne so a ubehu se amani code ana wo na nado ene na busuafo no omo pese omo bu Ghana fo kwase a mudi yesika ye ade ba ade no masa akọ register no omo dim say ye private company na ye wie na Ghana fo afa ye ba ho na wo se wan tuet sky ma ho ma ho ade ne ye be ye.
Are you serious?
Adi e pa de beye oh enne ensem bebre ya dai e ba se gave for crowd the sika ya dai abe support national cathedral
yes so ye ni nyina so bia ye kra bi o
yes gave for the sika crowd ya dai abeboa ama nkofo bia kra ka se de enti a ye si national cathedral a yakoyi architect a wono wo se ofo gave so won si ne se enne ye pese Ghana ye je gave ni tum na nado say is bound to happen. Ye pese ye gisa ade ni tum na method software obaje agina mu akọ kyerɛ oba ne oba ware ye be ma ne be ma ware ye so no nkofo betu so sa Basre sofo yes a Roman sofo enti yesi asori a enye obi adea ene gay for mo 100 oba ne oba be ma ne be ma mo ba ne ye hira so ama mo saa ne ye no Europe gay for no ankasa no mo nko eye denominational churches no enkoye eye national cathedral a ye so o man de no ho ne ye na me de menka se ye e de afo saa de ne so ba wo connected dots no ene niema e be ba saa de we mu a the only irresistible conclusion is say Shia dan no omampanyina Kufuado se wo siama eye Nyankopon no adwempo bi wo akira me ne wo ye nyedai yenim eno ne ade a wo se Ghana for ye ma ye ne yedai ekum ho because nana say ye asore dan kese ene ye pebi e wo Ghana ha enne ye betimi aka say ye ni asore dan kese a asorefo kofo nyina aka so mu pe ba bia akohia didwuma o mu betimi akọ ana ukọ eye eyihe ya yewura Ajenasare was one of the biggest auditoriums in Ghana. In this Christopher ye bibi ne ekọ ne ho say ye nya sika nsi ye de ye pese ye be use wa yi no a obepopu ne ti ana ukọ Kumase a prophet bi wo ho be kwa ikwan mo ye friend prophet Kwatin or Ajamasu be kwa Ajamasu was see a 22,000 seater auditorium. One man church was see a 22,000 seater auditorium. Enti saa nipa yi se ye ka se ye be ye bibi anaso mamu a Christopher nyina be hia enti fa wodan yi ma ya onfa ma ya na na mprempren ya ye wo mu iminua ade a ehia Ghana fo pa ne eye cathedral na ana cathedral ye de atro kontompo ene corruption na nsan ya se Sonny Badu ye okoto onwom ye lanches ayi cathedral ho ye okoto onwom a ya trash krata aso say ya man $50,000
and fundraising no
ai da trash krata aso say ya man $50,000 wo cathedral ni dimba no wo say ya man sika bia
ono so say ya man hwe
enti say sika ne ko han ho
krata be na echo so
say sika ne ko han ho
me so ma kenkan ewo me so ma kenkan say Sonny Badu say obeto nwum no
ya man $50,000 bia enti say dey ne copy say Sonny Badu asam no ne ye de ye ka say ono wa issue release the management mesra wo kasa na mayedi
why you not asking me krata ni nyina ye
the management issue release say
I was there enti chemi krata akra wo say ye throw 50,000
the management issue release say wo mo hunu say ade enwom no okoto no fundraising ase no yes ye man $50,000 no de o be sign it say kapre ba tokro demokra ya anya dai ya mani bi enti na nanado ene kenoforiata omo yusu eye cathedral yesi ye building no e dia pesika ye dey egu omu botom
sana wadwene ye wono no
sana tie enu nti na omu tietia oman ye dey memra so enti meme dia mesa Ghana fo ne say a Christopher mamu ma ye nteki sa de on face value say obi say obesi nyame asori dan tie san say ye Christopher nti ni asori ye di na chi ye yes a amafo bi de no be ye small screen dia ye dey e de bone yempe ade potinti omo so omo be si national cathedral e ya mpasa ye be si na bema ne bema na oba ne oba e be ware a omatimi akomu akoware ana
medase
e ya mpasa ye be si na be ye private company ama na nado danko Akufuado ne nabusuafo ana e ya mpasa ye si cathedral ne ye dia bo micro no pesika gu ebotomu ana me didi sese ye busa ye ho san sensem ya
ebeboa
ama ye nokra adedi
medase na
me ba da kwabna on se wasaka bibi se waso ko wiase baabi bebre a amaman bebre asisi cathedral wow no me nkasa rule wo kasa 20 minutes 30 seconds o ti amaman bebre asisi cathedral na ama omo ho ato omo nom ne ade hwe Côte d'Ivoire ukọ ya moso kura
akasa ho ato omo
o se ama omo nya ho to
amaman no ma omo sika o se
me ba ukọ Côte d'Ivoire Omasi cathedral ni bi wo Yamoussoukro ye frɛ no Basilica is it St Peter's Basilica e wo Côte d'Ivoire omusi ya no ma abakora nya se wo kwa enkrantie ene nwe ene de obi ahwe omusi si cathedral na no munim se no na ebe solve wo mo hawo nyina no omusi cathedral ni wie ye no na entokwasi ye cathedral na ntimi anyo omo entokwasi ye me kun ni papa 5000 enti ye kama na koduro ne se usi cathedral na ne ntre se wo ma mo bia ye dey wo hawo nyina no
abase medase na na ya
yes
sakati de hu sami it is a wonder Ghana son or say did God ask Mr. President in Ghana the president in Ghana to build any church for him? Let God rest and stop mockery. Na say yedi Yakobon ho few. Ye nyai say yedi Yakobon ho few no. Okay. Message ni bebre na me say personal attacks in do so do. Nanaya. Say de pa. Me share I think one of the newspapers the Daily Post anymore. Mo see ye dwiri baabi na ye adwom da picture ne shada nye clear papa. Nti
so person o worry mpa me de bia me kan me say me teacher our chair me RS New Testament. Near friend no Sister Mary Duze.
Religious studies no chire.
Religious studies. Oka chair me say so be worry crampa wo hia say obenya mema more than one as wadamfo. Now what you see the best. Yes, I be mistake. Or yes, specific was who be can as wadamfo. Now what you see the best now when I go out. What is so special about Senipe? Abrochi dine enye Ghana dine. Na me quote Kwame Nkrumah. Or say the black man is capable of taking care of his own affairs. This cathedral IABC for Africa, for Ghana. Why do we need somebody who designing bibi wa abrochi? Say queen abona baso queen ye twemo colonial rule twemo. Colonialism twemo. You don't need the queen to come and tell us what to do. It is so unfortunate to say you hear bibi ani ekwa abrochi. There were resources to cry chan abrofo. Ediebe na kire say ono ne the best. Okay, what competitive measure any ediko through HS ono ne the best? Why they decide yes ono ne the best? Nipa ba ku ntimi decide or a group of people cannot decide. Enye adwuma bi a waye na be kire. De yen Ghana for ye pe. Inti no ye were architects for Ghana. They say they new reading kind. Ye were architects. Obi say Sutherland say me bobodin wo ha ti say obey advert amom. Ese see mo bia de ne drawing eba. Ni etimi hwe say ade a ye hwehwe ni ani so ade hunu ni. Inti no hwan na betimi adro including Ajayi no. Because I mean yemfa you gay some kran to nchen. Onu ni say eni sanko ba asori dan no ho kra.
Ade ntra.
Onyankopon achiwade ene saade no. Time a lot yire edane nani no otani into a salt. So wo Nyankopon na bufu hyew. Eyem se Ghana fo mu Nyankopon abufu hyew. Nyema bi oho ye Nyankopon achiwade straight out. So wo so wo sum nyame pa, nyema bi oho a ye Nyankopon achiwade straight out. Nyankopon ka so chiri bibia wo chiri. Woni ne fa na ada wo. Oka so chiri bibia o chiri. Ene Nyankopon so no asem obeka from the beginning no obini he made man and woman. Wanya oba ni oba bema ni bema. He made man and woman and said omo multiply, procreate to replenish the earth. That was the first commandment. So God will be against anything that does not procreate or nipa bebe wiase. The nipa ono so ojisa ade we tumo no. Musu ono na ema me supervise the building of God's church. That alone no I mean emfakra. Inti se wo so utua se sika pudue ya ma no. Me hu document a yesi 2521. Me hu document enra say a private company limited by guarantee. As some of the trustees no and directors.
Cathedral trustees.
Yes.
Directors.
Yes. Me person bobo mudin document na me hwehwe na me hu a me de bebro me nkasa keke o. It never occurred to me say ene me hwe program bi na edaso a private company and a letter written by Omo Executive Secretary somewhere in the document he mentions say a private company or we no sambe kan obabi say but now it is not. There's so much confusion. They should come clear. It's a private company dey be ntini ya listing a private company with some address be ewa abrochi. Is there a reason say maybe abrochi okoye fundraising now listed a private company I won't mean raise funds ana.
I saw that but catch the can me say hu foni na ewo hoi babu museum na me sure say be shut down ho
asie ye nyina wo down
nti mpacho sa cathedral ni ade nti Ghana ni bi ntimi design there your man concept are we saying that we are not capable
obi krabet me ya che yen
you see the point mpacho okasamanka bi If I try, the point is that there are architects in this country.
Obi owo Ghana.
Omuntimi come to every kon bet me designing it for free. Ghana ni ben odo ni kro obet design ya adwuma age 256 million, even if it is $32 million. So wo do Ghana unim say Ghana ni ska we a world acclaimed architect. U baba be si Nyankopon dan amayen. Ukwa untimi ka say okay we dey me ya achemo. This also make contribution to the development of the nation. We na wonye hwe. Wo hwe ye nime kom din. Nyankopon say, if you love me, feed my flock. So what kind Bible mu nyina ade hia Nyankopon ye ohia ene kom. Bible cry etim e ka kire we say the three components of life shelter, food. The bia do ti beda. The aduane a wo bedi. Eni sika se ne obenya sika de anante. Otima say shelter hia Nyankopon, food hia Nyankopon. Yeti enye aduane ni menu akofi ka so ka bibi. O say bibia ya ye wo Ghana nyina ye personal decision. Decision be and a president in your decision be na ya carry. No, it is a personal thought, but it's a collective decision. So you will have a personal thought. Say me feel see any say. So who be a president kwa manifesto na with this no. Bibi a person edition obi a personal thought. That personal thought turns into a collective decision na o dey manifesto. It is saying, where is the collective decision? Me, as a Christian, me a born again Christian, I have nothing against the cathedral. Muslim for national mosque, but I don't know musi. And crank na kikan sika bo mu from amanon ni ade no mbesi ma o. Say ye basic cathedral, I didn't zero inclusion of government money. I didn't yen fa yen ye wa sorry. She cathedrals are yesisi. Asori e wo Ghana action. Archbishop Duncan Williams na sorry mfanisi ka nisi ye. Is sitting nipa over 5,000 ebi e mompo. Agena sorry. Mfanisi ka Sam Cranchi anka mema sorry Calvary Baptist Church. Ya sorry no ya nipa ba akusika ye nyina collectively ye tithe your contributions any this year. Can't we as Christians consensually ye wo ye bishop for akese wade no so e me take consensus. Bishop for no more so me believe says anko mutimi kwa so you take consensus say here cathedral sika say ni here di basic cathedral intino mumye nyina ye nka mom ni ensi nyame dan. In that case no ye wo ayi wom ye wo anu wom a ye betimi aka say ni epe no say ni epe hwe say wo ka say Bible museum and a concordance wo ho so person wo Bible asechire. So we a Christian now with a Bible concordance. The beginning of the concordance gives you the history of the religion. The concordance tells you be verse be na won tiasia a chira wo sane ade ne ba. There's a in the Bible about Paula or Simeon worry. It is very contextual. So obetimi atena ho te se me na wo. So obetumi it is context. Yes, it is contextual. It's over Bible concordance a chira wo the context within which he said that. So what is so special about Bible Museum? Because people sit in their rooms, go on the net and pull out concordances. And obia o Bible on the phone so. Obia o Quran on the phone so. Opa concordance I bet me a pulibi. Na a church on niema. It shouldn't be so special say and no account no. Yeah, be then. As I say, you're spending so much money. We need to be prudent. We need to have a plan. Nobody is against a national cathedral. But is it
you call it 419?
Yes, because of the private. I'm not talking about the cathedral, but how can it be a private company?
But there is an explanation.
Please,
which I will give.
I beg you. Let me finish. Bring that explanation before it. You see what?
But seek that explanation before you christen the project as 419. You don't do that.
I beg you. Don't interrupt me. Yes, you don't interrupt me because the point is that please, don't go there. I beg you.
But you said it or not?
whatever I said it or not.
And you want to be yonka.
Yes.
It's the manager
just to even help your argument.
Now they are
yes, it's St. Teresa's Catholic ya woka say New York na Catholic for the see here.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're bind the president Bia him.
And yes, you did. You said St. Teresa's. Your friend is
revenue for New York City.
It receive revenue.
A Catholic for the
my dear, we have so many Catholics in this nation. We feel so called pilgrimage. What am I saying? And nipa ko America, mean compare nipa Ghana. Nipa ko America pa. Maybe it is even well positioned. Wo ko no wani ani. Wo betimi akọhwẹ de e koso. What am I saying? Because musi cathedral. Musi cathedral a private company on paper. It is there. It is there. It is a Musi cathedral and say we say a private company, a national cathedral private company. How can that be? I dey aban asase me pa cho so we your private bibi how dey aban asase na eye. Wo dey aban sika na eye. No. You don't use government money.
It's problem you know say o man sika dey awuram in the house.
Me problem is say all aman nyankopon dan a yesi no. Niema e wo ho no dooso. Kasa no dooso transparency ni ho. Ebia ni se papa ya so source no. Ako procurement ya so sourcing is one of the avenues ya differ obi man ye adwuma. Enye wrong, me say nkrofo say illegal, enye illegal. But you only so source say nipa no was some expertise bi a obi ani bi wo Ghana ha. The expertise no so ye friend is saying exquisite say dan shronko.
Obi asane me
so obi ani bi
about the business details of the or see business entity type or a company limited by guarantee and a type private association type organization entity name National Cathedral of Ghana and registration number blah 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 original incorporation date 18 July 2019 and commencement date in society 18 July 2019 and a nature of business or sector say others and an objective of the company to own the assets of the National Cathedral.
Yes.
To own the assets of the National Cathedral of Ghana. 2. To administer the National Cathedral project. 3. To serve as a convening platform for national conversation on earth. 4. To operate an interdenominational church for national purpose. And I feel Bakusa, okay. No. And I be church as well. Auntie. When the big
me pa you
assets of the
names of the trustees in Mawa. You see monuments say we Ghana unless there's a precedence. Maybe not as large as Yehuno, but your conference center. A private, you register a private
a trustees in Makumako 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes. Yes. But you more be your friend is saying your big monuments like this. Maybe not to the size of the National Cathedral. Your National Theatre, has it been incorporated as a private company?
No.
Your conference center, has it? Maybe there's a precedence. There's a conference center, a national asset. Has it been incorporated as a private company? Your State House, CPP for and Nsroma, has it been incorporated as a private company? Or is a government thing? They said there, we see schools. Schools are see Ghana. A private company na. Those days City Hotel Kumasi. Na a private company till it became Golden Tulip. I believe it was for government. What did they meet? So I just want to find out how can dig aban sika nesi. Aban asasi su nesi. How can it become a what they say the patch of me chantro? Obin cheche me lawyer ni maybe I am wrong. Ade a wakanya to anyway that is the same thing I saw. Maybe I am wrong.
Okay.
Ultimately, this is documents. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. There's so many opportunity to respond to some of the things that have been
Memo 2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes. You need answer about
Memo 2 minutes.
Madam.
Now, what they private business entity. No? Is it true, say, company?
Me can't there. Say, when the Bemwa, nature say, because they be a me business, a dear partner, be your
send them a bear on one boss.
But you hear me say owning the assets.
Assets and until
into the be so you almost tourism. They be almost as some say a brace, can yanko pon fee. What can say Jesus Christ and mra? A friend is a Pharisees and Sadducees who were trading in the temple. No, yes, was it my father's house shall be called a house of prayer.
Books
as one books, sorry books, and I say for books. Maybe say I saw books and 9 for books. 2 minutes. Name is say or say company limited by liability, a private. And two,
I will respond
to own the assets of the National Cathedral of Ghana.
I will respond to all this.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. The Adekye, unfortunate, extremely unfortunate. Say you no a person Ghana for adwin ko si eye adibia enya time o man yem pese be kan ho asem no because of politics nti say cathedral na ye ko si no it has an undertone of legitimizing homosexuality in this country, and I find this conversation extremely appalling and extremely repugnant. Openi de omni say we need to give respect. Ye be ya man yosem there. But when we talk of air trusteeship, it means that in trust, we are holding it in trust. Reverend Professor Opoku Enyina, a board member of the trustees, board of trustees in Okamubi. Archbishop Charles Gabriel Pamabako Kamubi. Reverend Victor Kusi Boating. Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Archbishop Justice Ophir Kofi, Most Reverend T.K. Awotri Pratt, Reverend Professor Emmanuel Mate, Reverend Dr. Joyce Ayi, Reverend Professor Paul Frimpong Manson, Reverend Eastwood Anaba, Reverend Samuel Asante, and Most Reverend Samuel. So are you telling me, yet now, say something fui, yet the cathedral no ashomons say omon shasumaye, and they will allow this illegality to happen?
Which of the illegalities?
This appalling act. And in any case, Ghana, can I make a point, please? In any case,
2 minutes,
in any case, oh yeah, on my Ghana, your maya, yen June to say, Obani or Babeware, Bema. There is no law. And before, you are aware, but because of Amanyosemti, and they don't have respect for your viewers. They know say before you get married, you need a certificate. So if you go to the registrar and say so person or okay, they say oh to me that's a then you walk into the cathedral and say I want to get married because I'm a homosexual. Is that the argument being advanced here? Yeah, Mr. Enidiema, on the issue of whether private we know.
Clarify it for us.
I am about to, but no until you you don't first of all.
What time no ya asukura
Air Companies Act 2019 Act 992 eboye e wo san komodie ho se oye anasi adwumakuo bi anasi asset bi even in the name of the public. Say so, more than 51 people and directors, board directors and trustees, then it becomes a public entity. But when you have less than 51, it becomes private. Okay?
It's not true. Nana, let me help you. Nana told him
No. Who say act saying
992.
Which
Companies Act 2019 Act 992.
Okay, Company Act. Okay.
What does it?
Act 992.
What does it?
Okay.
What does it?
Okay.
So
until Chiretu na
Ekoba say omo ye board directors no ho anwan. O boy no me say enum. Some you know. Meanwhile, I'm running say unless it's more than 51. So if they are not more than 51, then obviously it becomes a private entity. And the fact that it's a private entity, and this is not even the first, even in recent times, GNPC, and as a government, there were special vehicles. You timidi koji nyoma wa manone anas empo kromwa for business purposes, and they must come under the remit of the law to ensure say they no be pepepe. So this company act no say it should be a private entity. It does not necessarily mean say a government or a public asset or manager no, because their names are there no at some point no money give them all. I don't think that
obi so bianca say one year dia ma omo debi so one ka say ono no de ya de ma omo debi.
That's what she's asking. Anyway, so for me this whole issue of national cathedral, baby, I think that the discussion should be is whether at this particular time here where even your man Penny John Dramani Mahama in Harvard University admits say COVID in so so ne be ha ebibi man pa na makasi your man Penny kura gia tum say ahon kire wo ho. The argument that do we need to fund the National Cathedral now no
and do we need
legitimate, and
do we need
that argument is legitimate.
Do we need?
However,
do we need?
Maybe I'll make the point. However, if I have a government and me Ghana ni na ibi am ye aban adwuma na me wa ho to so say me kwa adwuma boso me no so ebitu am car, okay, na obi a oye school feeding oye adwuma o se yetu an car na adwuma ko statutory obligations, district assembly common fund ebeko na aban the also oye no oya na se aban so dwen say ebetimi etiti emoremu esi ejapade sei ama o man na I support it.
Now, some institutions you say this assembly common fund and echo.
And I'm a
school feeding a cow.
But I don't pay yet. Nahi. Mama, what you say? 150 million. I would double cut. I buy yet you also at this particular point in time. When you look at
looking at the economic situation, you mean
the economic situation that we find ourselves in, I am very positive with the kind of managers that are managing the economy. We can work and chew that.
Do we need it now?
Do we need it? Why don't we need it?
Let me make a certain clarification.
Okay, with the mama. Okay, with the mama. My name is Obama. We are telling you more about nothing. So here we are discussing just about 15 minutes.
Me nua be make say we say act 992 say trustees ni nipa na ewom no ye less than
51.
That is what I want to talk about.
Maybe me follow nipa wo me less than 51 we so would register no as private. By all means there's a legal person who advise the government inti no adenti na ye man public na ye mfa nipa 51. Also, at the end of Ghana for winning idea. Ghana for winning as you do so say 51. Ye the end na yesika, ye etimitria taxes no. Ye the yesika na yesi. It is national. We are owning it. Inti adentina ye mfa ye nyina.
Ye nhemu bi.
Ejapade ye dia. Owned by Ghana. Owned by Ghanaians.
Ghana ni baby adin kosubi.
I'm saying say who person we are in the public. As say nipa 51 wo hwehwe. So there controversy be ama ho. Wo dia de
what's the controversy in this? So the people you've entrusted them no.
We any trust o.
You don't trust them.
Who dey entrust?
You entrust am pa.
Because
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Oh, my 30 seconds.
Penny wo me ame papa penny wo mti na me person make.
Okay, me that's
30 seconds no man.
We are directors. There are some of the software we are directors. It means who share who out me the ebija oba. We are directors of the private company. But me person e be ko
okay. Me that's tell ne enko
this whole National Cathedral arrangement say your mind dia. Any can say you private now private you public because the company law definition of private and public no. And just idea your public just your mind. Oh mistake already you say.
And private so just say you have to explain that portion.
But maninka say.
Idea no say your
maninka say not ya me pacho. Need you more.
What we say Oko Companies Act no a to you no a just all register company it could either be private or public. Now, see a company public there was certain advantages via private company ni. The company public I can make an invitation to the public to come and invest in it. But private company it's a name to MTN. A public company, but not just a bind there. That is the legal education I want my brother to get. Gold. The only limitation I was say a private company. Nani panibru 50 was say the public no. And say yentimi nya public company less than 50. You find say na ya nkwa na the company on ne ma MTN say ya busuakuo ba ko dia na omoye 10. Now move fee say omoye no public company ne ye ya omo betimi aye without having to get the number 50. What you say? And this whole public private as defined in the company act no a term of act and not used in the ordinary sense say a public but national cathedral no say your mind dia ka was say parliament na nya act e de back national cathedral no any kwan ya be fa so amanage no ye ka say company be limited by guarantee it is a NGO it say wo na what NGO wona wo hwe se ne o ti ye dai e manage no wona wu a wo kire nkofo a de be dai e be hye omonsa wontimi mfa o man sika nkoya ade na wo nka se unyusu NGO terms on fanya dai enra ne na che se
asofu ni be directors
yes na che se o man sika ye de ye no ye wie na koye nkofo bi NGO a ye Ghana fo ye sika ye de ye ne ye nya twa kan ye dai ewom enti ade no nka wo se ko parliament na parliament are backed by an act of parliament na parliament a kire se ye the board you be running by board of directors. Board of directors no e be a Christian council or representation we mu wo say omo sika nyina no at the end of the day ye wi a ye be audit na se consolidated fund mo na be ba aba ne be ti bi dia mo a ye dia mo de aye dey e de aye adwuma untimi nkofa o man sika na wo mfa enkoya de na wo mfa nkɔhye nkofo bi nsa ene wiase nyina cathedral te wo ba bia eye eso a e generate sika bia no e ya nkronkro dia Uko France, Notre Dame. So what Notre Dame is one of the biggest Catholic monuments in the world. If we are someone in nipa visit a generate Sikama Catholic Church, no. Nansen ya share. France abine a debi a Roman Catholic abine na but it's a cathedral that has a national character. Ejina France mind.
Okay, me that see.
Na medimanu the American say.
Explanation we know all time
me that say.
The medimanu the American say. Me monitor Facebook amanfo obona na ya aba so pa asem o mo kan say ye mabunu mo ye bre emprempren no ade ehia ye nye cathedral
okay
because Bible class ni padua no ankasa ye dey e ye nyame asori da time a na nyankopon tena hia dan mu num na ade no atwam enti aban ni hwe no nye ade pa
me da se
na menko amekasa na utwama no sa na se be
me time abekasa tente
ba o panyini ye wakasa sa
ye wadora topic ese e discuss ye bre no nso e kokora messages abani e bibiri na mekasa mekenkan a
we dey say me na me sha ase biblia me na me read one we dey me na me sha ase
I feel the mood dictates my move. Mati, Yanko Parliament.
Good.
Sorry. Speaker, she said, Okwanya, Minister Safaso, anyone more deal and Omanin who cry. Say, Yasebra, 1% beba. Now, I'll make a reference to the Transport Minister. Say, Koku Furia Siama say, so Babe answer questions. Wama. Chief Director of the Ministry, through letter informed the two message of him say, Papa no ni ho. Nti won't be inventing on Franco Thursday 23 June 2022. And no one speaker just said Debbie. You know who to me, Finance Minister, so dear. 5 minutes. Umami sama se movie.
Ya kabe ma men kabe no ejina fapem mi ensa so.
Nti me ma 5 minutes.
Ah, na sa fapem mi ensa no. Ye wo mo ye mra, ye parliament. Ye wo mo akire mra ase. And ye wo mo de mra ne ye adwuma. Omo de mra ne ye adwuma e wo ye dada abrabom ne executive. Na esan say tumi ko di nipa ba ko nsa etimi di ni tirimu dem nti no. Ya sa de tumi ama sa abadwakuo no ba ko say wono enhwe dwumadi a eye woni a ede mra ne ye adwuma no eye executive ne die ni so no ne parliament. That is the oversight responsibility of parliament. Me ba so utie me. And one of the mechanisms by which the oversight responsibility of parliament is exercised is through the question time. You kofa free UK, the Westminster model, your free minister no abechire nsemu. Na wo hwe Ghana ha, se bibi enko yi a. Ghana fo nya ye ntimi nkohia ne mfrɛ minister so mra meyi ano. Ba ye wo ya na musifo wo ba bia ye betimi ato wo nkrabo na nsɛm a da yakoma so no mo abusa ma ye no ne parliament. Enti nei Ghana fo adwene mo ye o mo kesene ne wo bibi ho. Na ministers ye frɛ mo sɛ mo mra na mo sɛ mo ma e kira de baako. E kira sɛ mo ankasa no mo wo bibi bisie. E kira sɛ mo ankasa no mo di suma se dwadie bi a mo free sɛ beto dwa anim guase ye bɛka mo ne maban no. Enu nti na mo mpɛsa mo bɛyɛ dai. Mo bɛba because wo bɛka ya o mampanyini hye ase sɛ ɔhan private jet no. Ye frɛ finance minister sɛ wo mra. Otu hye da bɛyɛ bosome miensa afei obaaya o se ade ne kora oni answer no. Ye nkobusa national security. Ye kɔfrɛ national security a o se sika ye de kɔhan ye de to dwa ye national security threat. Minim national security threat ye de wom. MPP aban ana mo say mo de ketasehye kankan ne proye mo mfa ho na mo be run transparent and accountable government no and na musura accountability. Nansenya public accounts committee efre eye health minister so o mebu covid ho nkonta o se ye de sekan to ne minimum kura wanya dai o ma
o kan sa
o se o ma na say ndi asem ne de o se ye de sekan to ne minimum kura o ma e de na wusuro onya bone a wo police ni a wudwane utribu fita nti amoakum enti se wonni sika umfa covid sika nkoma o vice chairman na wo northern region mon che no 1 billion ma mo nkofo a adenti na wusuro so obebu ho akonta kanofori ata ya frew se brabebu covid sika ho akonta be kirechire mu na yenhu a wo se wo ma wo it's a sad commentary say MPP ani enim omo anda o mampanyini kofo ani efiri say eye aban a yebu amrada ho it has become a lawless anarchic shambolic government abibia anya adwuma. The center is not holding and it appears say corruption aduane no keta asehye kankan ne proye aduane no na nado na ye coach a select obi a
we can say so no select obi a dey
na
why
you because ebinsi wo Ghana abakwasa muda say o mampanyina be di ade amfie nsia ko mfie nson onye reshuffle major reshuffle
na se nipa ne ye adwuma se de
adwuma bay agric minister otimi kwaka say afunumu de fertilizer e ko Burkina nto ntimi nya ho hwe na oye adwuma agric minister otimi kwaka say body draw your 4 cities no oye adwuma
na ye 4 cities
Rose minister otimi ko close road to abra parliament man kwan wo ye adwuma wahu die ntia na nado ntimi nyi o mo free ono nche so o mo ye adwuma o corruption obi ye no so nani ntu ba na ode nsa ato so akorapa no kwafo wa ye corruption amamani agent ko so watena ho de obi aka koranya no na
ye wadwen na ye wo sa
anya because people before na bia hase e kasa say why is nanado not kanoforiata and the Ghana bosia bi e be kwa kobo bi o percentage wom sansem na kansem na ye fra ne so o meyi ano wo parliament no ye se Ghana bosia oba ye ya ginyina no on kire percentage aye de akọ no osuro esan say ye bobosia bi a wo no onya percentage
so we aye kontabuo enti wanje bre anye ni nyina hye ne meyi a obi oba na obefom enti ode ba se de be ye
ntia oba ye be hunu se de ntia wo bro mosia bebrebe a ne Ghana ni bosia o mampanyina kufu adonko abo no akwala ya wo ne nge ne nko ano bosia o mampanyina kufu ado abo atu tiri so ne 130 million na adwuma be na nanado aye de sika bre wa obebo ka asa kana tu tiri so ni nyina ne se ni nua no ye bo ekobo bosia na ne hye wom enti ne ye friend so meyi ano se bosia ya bo nyina no hye dodo se no ade osuro nim se de asembe dey asembe ba and it's unfortunate and the ekoso nyina no ase panyini bi ani ho ye se nka panyini ntina fie ma asefo amfo bananado atena fie ma asefo afo dodo
okay
o minister ye from parliament onim say parliament fra ye from no is a constitutional requirement our parliamentary standing orders mu o se o ma e de na wo se o ye e wo se o twene gina nchen mesra miami speaker honorable Abambagben kasa ye se kasa dodo on top onko sa asem wo ye a wo kan no ense sanhwe ba parliament constitution na mo mutumi under article 82 say minister bu parliament animtia mo pass vote of censure ye nim say 2/3 na ye behia de yi minister no ye nya but it will send a certain signal say minister ni bu parliament animtia no ye hyehyɛ yanke de pam
me da se Kofi asema ye kan no ya ka ma na bebre ye duru say speaker say ade na say de akọ na nyi ho nunyafo kan o ye example kan nunyafo kan for reata and afi nunyafo kwa for esiama finance minister and afi but utie say na speaker kan no a say the finance minister aye no say so the bibi ba na se bedwamu ho a there should no way say on beje ato adwene dia found that till say finance minister bebu akonta ba ku menu miensa bi na onunyafo kwa for esiama so dia sabe pie so che say ka me so mo mfa obuo e ma parliament so mama 5 minutes na me tie da be ka fa ho
Pani ye ma se bedwa dwentreni so meeting I can say speaker of parliament edu maybe our pani onya abotre kakra I don't know say bia dibiano na but onya abotre kakra ni kasa ya tem mpembebre no oma na koma di nanim kakra opani me se no onya abotre no kre we in the MPP yeji accountability transparency bi na Daniel Abeni na ye man ye ho kwan se eye oman Ghana oman ni nyina no enduedue ye mu na omun bisa yasem enu nti na wokai na no 2017 ye ba foforo no a na ye nnuam omo parliament accuse Boacheja Akon se wa ma demudie the speaker constituted a bipartisan way to ensure say whether nuclear woman and nuclear. Eventually there was no truth. Now no your man penny edi ni trade ministry achi equal program bi ama program no mdi raise funds bi ni ade ade. Yenyam mini yam so motikwa pa na the presidency no is being used as profiteering. And also we constituted a bipartisan way to ensure say you make sure we hu nuclear woman. That's not the only case at SC or her. Nano August 17th, I will Cape Coast. Mekan Daniel Numlena Mijina Hobby. A brand TBS Trotton in social media, Facebook said, Oman Penny Mantim, you know, a palm some no when the deputy chief of staff said, Biomoya, Confornia. He ensured that he hold them before a year the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police to ensure say the Nipakonika and the Kwebi woman and the Queen. Allegation be announced as in the Akafa a year appointee of the government Biano. This government, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has ensured say the due process will be followed. Now you own the Kwebi woman. A year 44 Honorable Ken Oforiatta. And the Kwe your Tonsa friend say Ombebua Konta a June 16th. Otro koma eye speaker say yema no mre kakra na obeba anya no pe ya me no kase the finance minister will appear in parliament to answer these questions. In fact oko eye manjo online omo de by 8:35 so that means he start to see ejujumedi ya no mde beto so Oforiatta appears before parliament today. Enti eni die mu ani ahobrase mu say Abbas, meaning say more pressure mo beba bem. But it does not mean say be yentina sin can be bia.
Na say sa bra na ye ka say no na I
wasn't giving this information. I just Google.
Me so me say sia na me say ye bra ye.
It was 8:35.
Bra ye sha me ba. Bra ye sha say program yi. But na say no. Na some information yen sent to me and
me be can so to say enra enumre na me hu ye.
Enra enumre na hu ye.
Them said the finance minister will appear in parliament today. I can find it for you. It's here. So when we have an opportunity, especially Bibi Koso earlier, I think it's Mami 5 minutes no answer. Mami 5 in free hotel. Mr. Mo need you.
Nti why masem we anoma
me so I need you.
5 minutes no aso ano.
I idea have me to say me free ho. San komo no a mo pese mo de mo de sa ade bone no tare ho no. Sister.
Why no no de ade bone?
O de mami free me so. Abbas na Jay no or supporting one. Hey, you will be a why your man penny da. Or person your man penny. Ni chocho muncho. Only no kon nakrada. on the on promotio, he was a gay himself.
Yeah, sorry,
me ba. You come and tell you, he's the embodiment of and the spirit of we are talking about the president. We are talking about the president of the republic. Kofi. Who commands the spirit of this country? And a friend of his. Onu ditum say onu kra to a man penny at that time. So on promoting homosexuality in Africa.
No, okay, say it's bound to happen.
Whether does it defeat the fact that he's a friend to the person? Does it not mean that he supports what the guy is doing? So when we have an opportunity,
what kind of say so obi bisa say mo party chairman so I make a comment today. Say womo yenya womo na womo ya. Does that mean say I'm party stand?
So does it also mean say
the question may be
does it mean say that you see I don't blame him. Who does
baby question be say wunya no wo say akoka afa no.
No one can say eje no.
Maybe
or homosexual also then or see yema omo person omo pride. Na Yesu Kristo at the time ani epesi see Mary Magdalene abo so gamani no dey no catch no enti so obi di boni a ye dey na Yesu catch Kristo for na ya
onko sakra
da bi na ya mi bi
so go and sin no more
Yesu Kristo yesi oba no ye be
say
your onye boni da
onto bom ma
but owie no so
na man ko ye boni
bi go and sin no more
me da say abrema na nambre
na ya finance minister Urake no Foriata and afi de yewura bagbin aka say wo mfo buo ema parliament no won so tiawa na afi yen hwe
me pa cho me clarification kakra ye ko nyame asori dan God embodiment we see asori dan na we altar wo fia it assumes so onyame ete ho unhu fie what did they mention obi adamfo obi nia ye num nyina obi aga na ha so hwehwe families mu a you might even find one or two people that was orientation. Yes, I never. I don't know. Just say you warm. But onyankopon sorry dan, onyankopon sorry dan. Ufenya mi nia gro ade a won pe.
Nti eje wan eden.
Nti wuti ma say, the onu na obe supervise onyame dan esie. Onu aso so ade nyame mpe no ofo aso. Wo so obe supervise to the end. The moment you build a year, Nyankopon it assumes so Nyankopon ababa betinem. E die be nti na se wo ho kirew, na se niema bi koso na enye ya okoda altar so. Na obom paye so onyame hume mobo.
Nti bagbe.
My dear. My dear Pacho. There are rules and regulations a war parliament. Back Papenyimu na so sounded desperate kakra. What am I say?
I have speaker.
Speaker no or power. Near maybe say nukra ne ni se obeka ho asem. He has the authority. What am I say? It is obi emma parliament. Besides no, near maybe ho amemi antwi too much. Besides nipa no atwra ba se obeba. So obu anim se see na wo kan so otwro koy. And no it changes the narrative. Because otwro so obeba maybe onye den ontimi enhihye ne ho yie a public service mu no eba accounts ne sa na ma na nye minister ne na eye there is a fund bi wo ho a maybe obi na hwe so ohia information on betimi delay onya no at once inti no etil say obeba ba gina ho achechire mu no menye sure say betimi de bibia aye den aka anaye bebo no sobo ade ba ko se sika izanarugu se izanarugu nya sa a constituency ma minisika no oba wo se ye friend ne de ma no so otimi ba be kirem se maybe kura de ma no so fan education on covid otimase sade ni nya se omuchem because you see these scandals don't help the existence of the executive so otimi ba be kirem adekode a enu se very very enu na akofa we nyina aye den aba. But me as long as I wait me atro abase obeba inti no obeba bye be chire me fu say dru ba bia ayi speaker won hu say wo power and wo de mra so ye lawyer ni kese o de mra so na ye adwuma ofro obi na te nipa na ye recalcitrant no so on puli law no no fa mra na nya adwuma That is all. Okay. He shouldn't even come out to say say pulling law no vanya adwuma or the mra ye adwuma obi enu obeka chen so aye boni because what mra no.
Okay.
And mra
yes edu ba bi so ase wan pusu o mo san so a Ghana for ba fusi bi onye na yi wan ma amanfo ante de ekoso no a
e bi egba fusi dia.
Okay.
There's a parliamentary PR directive. Bibi wo ho betime issue statement. Na omo de aba. But we no pulling the mra. Eso so oba beka say wa amend ni yen parliament ye de mra 1 2 3 year adwuma ye de aye adwuma. Na wo ho ane ye de abrɛw. Ghana obi eni ho a won suro mra. Emra chewa na achew. If you believe say as a lawyer no ono anka say onim mra no.
Contempt of parliament wo ho, vote of censure
wo ho nti de nipa no so obu mra no so a.
Just say ye no.
Ese so ye no mo.
Me da se. Na ye we de ye bre na e be ane say e be sori ane sa. I mean, to me, say, Mundi and the Yemfo, Mampeni say, deal with global crisis, as I say, new partnership with the European Union and the whole world, say, between Kabuma, it's a customer to me, 2 minutes, back, sorry.
One say,
no, you are fraud.
Okay, man, yes, I could fiam what may be Kofi. Kofi, I'm time.
Okay, with the 2 minutes, with the 2 minutes.
I'm very much interested in the social issue no obi de ne funa komo obi se wonya or the
nude pictures no okay no say one to be hwe betumi aka movie betumi
aka say omanfo ne hunu se Ghana ha emra ye de
o say oje phone no e no hu lady ni pictures no e no send pictures man lady no phone ba ko say ewura me hu nude pictures wo phone so one ma misika me be ko social media na ewura ne say ne wanye o ye ya na branch da ko social media. Now, we are no matching. 2 jailing for 14 years, 12 years, and then 2 years.
Some one a year can to mess shift about a year. O Mampagina, some no can say global crisis, no near the no. O Mampagina, some more kind and ray abuache jakun, or yet former Mampagina Kufuado Minister of Energy, or say that Russia Ukraine excuse no will not wash. Wache jakun, or say MPP for argument, Abibia almost say Russia Ukraine no. And this is a man in opposition on na policy consultant for Mampanyina Kufuado. Do no so otena se yen hihye on insisting ye mu no. Bibia ye sorry e de kwhye covid no enye no kre. Na na adoda nkwa Kufuado. Ye ka adesrede ne ye de to wanim. Wo ba ye mfie nsia ni no. Ade papa bia aba bia no wo ba beje fo eno de unhunu se na bibia ye de e wo ho. Ba wo ba ye first 2 years bibia Mahama 4 years bibia covid nanse Ukraine ntoko aba bibia Ukraine bibia Russia bibia Ukraine. There are about 180 countries in the world. Ukraine for ntoko ano nya yenko ano mo kuma yen abra ene Ukraine ne Russia ntoko ekoso aye inflation ye 27% no uko Cote d'Ivoire inflation ye 6%. Omo de ntoko ne bi nsi ho ana inflation in Cote d'Ivoire is 7%. Togo about 5%. Nigeria cries so they about 17%. Adomo the Ukraine talk can be affect to omo ana. And the petrol boa drew ha no petrol Ghana ye two petrol no. Petrol boa for Burkina. Tieni ye petrol boa for Burkina chain Ghana. Burkina for omo ko crap petrol. Ebe si Ghana ye port ye tema no omo de tanker atweko no. Petrol buof wo ho chan ha ye koka na na do se covid e de na aye e de na covid aye na na do ndi ye srew ye to aba ma o mampanyina ye to aba ma o se fa adwen kese ye be go pono so ne si ye hawa no aban bia di ho since independence a wa ba wa meto ha re NDC ye ba power in 2008 na global economic crisis e wo ho meboa na global economic crisis wo ho
which one which one
2008 2009 we came to meet the global economic crisis when it was at its peak.
Which one?
The 2008 global economic crisis. Ebio, ye ba ye single spine ye ko implementing ye increase wage bill no by about 5 billion. Ye ntwe jadwo anka se bibi e ko bia no single spine. Dum so ye dey e buy. Russia and Ukraine talk ya 2014 omuku bi. Omuko fa Russia for ko fa Ukraine for bia ye frɛ ho Crimea. And my petrol board cost at a certain point could do $120. Ya me twa jadwo antu ye nsa ansu ye de adwenkese ye gu puno so esia no nto ma sanya Kufuado enne onya ejadwo onya isu no na competent men no also omo wo no for omo mbra pono so na omo nya adwuma.
Me da say Kofi 2 minutes.
The edikan me pese Ghana for omo hwe wo. Eya where say there is a new law. Cyber Security Act 2020. Say who circulate nude picture. And now say who promote nudity. Obi adeja now they are to abontin social media. Obe ko jail between 5 to 30 years. Inti ya aware. Ni asa fine obe 30,000 cedis to 60,000. Inti say odwin say o ebi awone ochocho mu nchobi na mu di agro na no bi na mo fa phone na mo di twa mo ho na abedi u phone so e na ebi na o se na ni nju ho bio ne say nti no odwin say o ekwan ya so be fa so aha no ne say o de ni adeja be ba be to abonten a yewe ya che wa evidence ni e clear o be call jail straight won call less than 10 years crab them because of this stupidity quote unquote facha me yen clear ya clear we na free all and I me say on be bohu the rumor for people to know that say there's a new law like that. Ebio, I think say on the issue of partnership with other mind to ensure say challenges are firm no ebe minimal no ade ayefo aso a ebe esan say we enye local economic problem a global problem aka obibia na ye MPP de ye gitum prekope say system ni mu nda ho sa mu odin papa na nokre wo mu ne se obehwe before covid na nka emu ya ne sa na se bi amemwo bone o mu jama ye no yetimi suso ano kama opani nokre wo mu ne se omukoye emra bi ene nkitahudie bi e friend take or pay Ghana J drobin bebregu ho a se bi ni use so ye bon ho ka be 17 billion na no ye man pani na John Dramani Mahama all kasa mekan President John Dramani Mahama ntina mekan na o se Ghana at the crossroads admitting or ditum preko pese omo ntoto no omo hihye omo anye ni ye nti na ma financial crisis no baye na o se oman ye boka over 20 billion Ghana cedis to fix all these things intini ye koso ye enyoma we nyina in addition to your flagship programs and Fufi Anto attack COVID ebaya. Your man penny that John Dramani Mahama Massachusetts, Harvard, Cambridge for that matter. Ajia tumpreko pese COVID no nsunsu so kese pa. Until they can play the ostrich or may imagine saying see. Now let me conclude on this because this issue of whether Ukraine or Russia war on COVID no. What be doing what God say no. It's up to you to talk about it. But on the issue of your fan go ne bona no. This is a fact that I want my brother to know. Or meaning so moving forward. The reason why Ghana, among including even our taxes,
2 minutes now,
30 seconds. Education, fan go ne bono in other countries is because in 2018 we agreed say we use different quality of fuel, petrol in this country. Until you move from 3,000 ppm to 50 ppm, almost close to V-Power. V-Power is about 10 ppm. Many can say Ghana in West Africa, your quality no, papa because the sulfuric content no, reduce, and that contributes to the reason why a born cost. Now we have
and also contribute to and I say
the increase in the price because quality.
Part of, but the other parts also come and cost
more. Quality ni free we could be selling fuel for 7 cedis a liter. We quality
with or without the taxes.
With the taxes. So we have an argument to make. Say, do we go back to those days now you used to that quality of food now and Quebec to 7 cities? It's an argument we can make. Okay. As you say, oh man, you come back and I say, you come so I'm for the quality.
Nana, what can it hear you? Also, you have can't tell me. I'm sorry.
Eja media me can say. I am say partnership. I can so mama enough loans near day. Imras will say, I so ye share your bra. What's the say? Near me, kita yen e Ghana hey. You will go, you will weigh, you will pound. We all near my baby. It is time you forget about a brofono. Omo issue. You can make sure some more any serious
apart from cool.
Yes, omo she then ni bibia niema nyino mbetwi free ha no mo de akọ nti mmra so se ye hwe ye niema so yie ni etimi eye den esiesie yen aye kuro etimi Africa yen nyina ye ka bom as one with Nigeria and Ghana in the lead ni ensure say ye kwa ye trade amongst ourselves Nigeria nkoa population yesen Nigeria population kakraka
200 million.
Yes, over ebi kwampo ebi kwa mo nkan ma ninsi ye. Dide bia ne ye hwe west. De bia ne ye partnership. Omo partnership e no omo ye himfa na akwa akosi. They gain more than we gain. We lose more. Nti mra so say ye hwe. Na ye nya ye hwe how ye be ye prudent. Say ye niema ne ye be hwe so yie. Ne be ye prudent ye de bia no ewiase ye de ehia ansa ne ye de fata. Ye niema fata no more than the ehia. Si etimi ye de ehia no mo a eja me feel say ye betimi ahwe ye ho. Because COVID nyankopon wa ye den wa dum yen yo. Ekuro bi so a chain de nkofo ko ebinum kwada so wo lockdown. Yen ye de mask ye jai she na afi ade ne san escalate. Yes ye nya start she ye mask. The creative impression is say bibia you okay. But na enyo okay. Inti me believe say we can look after ourselves. Emrasu say look after ourselves. Advice so amede be ma ye friend ni saying. Ye nuanum say ye nja equalization. Aban bi wo power. And Ghana for so wo mpe no. And wo pam wo. So they should stop always referring to
But they want to come
NBC.
back though. They want to come back.
It is neither here nor there. Say obi person wo ba back wo adwuma wo be ye no. And e be kire ye nyina ye pese ye ba aban mu. Mo we under pressure because ye nyina ye pese ye ba aban mu. And obi enu ho okwa aban mu nya ni easy yen TPP. Yen ye ba ye kwa de ye ba be kon white colonialism. White supremacy. We fought white supremacy. 1979. No, please. 1979. Ye ba abemu na inkofo tataye. 81 year 2
Mo budget cry approve.
Yes, and the PMP. It's oben bia ba wo hia bibi. But ezo timi boa ho na wa wo hia ho den. Ewi asempa atwa eja kwabna himfa na wo wa wo nhia bibi. Ba bibiara wo bia bibi beda wani mesa wo ku. Eye life. Na de bia wo bokọ wachi se wo kunu nhwe wo ya wo se o mekra na ema me kunu nhwe miye wo kra no ko nse se obe concentrate ama wo kunu aye happy no wo de osori ade bia na ade wo kra wo so wo nhwe ne ma wo kunu no wo hwehwe ebe mo aye happy ama na aye happy ama na ni aba ho de bia so na ahye gown wo so wo kra hye sexy dress e na ode nam
Bede da ukune ni ajo.
Yes, bede ukune ni ajo.
We bieja.
Yes.
Nana ya medase.
Yes.
Medase.
Medase.
Nana ya medase pa.
Conversation no dosu.
Okay. Farouk Burkina Faso or say please tell the president Mr. President that in Burkina Faso a drum of fuel no 2,000 Ghana cedis. And Ghana hano a year 3,082 Ghana cedis. Farouk.
Yeah, oil no. Yeah, petrol.
Na asemba ku bebi dia ba pesa meken kan say eja kwabra please. In the context of David and Solomon, God promptly told David not to build his temple, but rather his son Solomon. We do not hate the persons, but the acts. God hates sin, but love sinners. Thank you. I don't see the begina. Yedi onko mahwehwe na si. Na me de aseda ama nana ya achempim jantoa CPP General Secretary. Anankankane okasadema PURC. Nana, thank you very much. That CP so nya breba ye. And afi Kofi Ameyaw, head of information, Ghana's permanent mission in to the UN. And I say amama nkabonku no wo post wo pa Ghana din mu. Kofi so embama NPP so yeda se. And afi Abbas Nuruddin, Asante Mantemu communication officer. Edema NDC amayeko no Abbas so me da se. Me so me din edi eja kwabna na ye sori so na yakoi na sere medical kan once again na nadwomo pani a oda Capital View Hotel no wo Kofurudua ene wa woda nti nana happy birthday sanso ena menua kuma nana edu wo USA nana edu say 29th year birthday nti happy birthday in advance o say ame ya wa ya semu am sam be obuso ni mu
Miso ebi amenimu no.
aha
Ana na du minimu no.
na du
I think so na sisi a oye oni yo na poku na.
aha nti na eno no enti ya sɔre so na mada production team na se na ya ka sɛ adomdom yɛn a ɛwɔ nyakopɔn yɛn adom a wɔkyɛ no pɛ bɛsɛn ba na mu de yɛka nyinaa ne sɛ dwene ɔman no ho kane na bible quotation na me kan de bi o social media na mesere paa sɛ wɔse amanyɔfo akenkan bible quotation hyina na ka baako pɛ ɛno ne deɛ Zacchaeus kan yɛ no ɔse sameden tro ɛne dabraba agye obi sika me ɛbɔ ho mprennan na me san de ama ne bio nti ɔhwɛ kwan sɛ politicians ebebu saa bɛ no anaasɛ be quote saa bible quotations no wɔbra wɔn ka wɔn nsɛm no me di de yakwabre ho ayadoma adekye so abɛsa bakye na yakra